Hello, this is Matt once again, and we are Refocusing Barbados. I want to begin by stating, listen to me carefully, the Maria Air Guard, that whole affair is over. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. The Honorable MP for St. Andrew has spoken, Mr. George Payne, and it's over. I think the party will listen to him, and I think his advice is enough, and his comments are enough for the Barbados party to take note. And you can expect that all the troops will be pulled back, and things in that constituency will return to some form of normalcy. But today I want to touch on something else that struck me very, very, very forcibly on Thursday, as I attended a class level meeting of one of my children, my youngest daughter. She invited me to her class level meeting, and I attended. And as I was in that classroom, awaiting my turn to speak to her teacher, I looked up on the wall, because there was a lot of information on the wall, which is common for classrooms in our country. And I saw an image on that wall. And that image was looking down, it was high in the wall, very close to the ceiling. And it was looking down on that class. And I began to think, are we aware of the influences of these images in our classrooms and institutions? Are we aware of what we are doing to our children when they come into a classroom every day for 5 or 6 hours every day, 5 days a week, for about 12 years? Do we understand what is happening to their psyche? What is the message those children are receiving subliminally from that image that is on that wall in the classroom? Are we aware of what we do when we select a leader? We say to that leader when we select them, we accept you, whoever you are, and for whatever you represent. And that also means that we accept the spirit that is within that person. And that's a very, 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 very serious thing. Because that spirit rests upon our nation. That person is the leader. So that spirit rests upon our country. And whatever that spirit represents goes out from that spirit throughout the entire country. It is inescapable. We become hostages. We become captives in our country to that spirit. We are a captive audience, and we cannot escape it. We go into the classroom, we go into institutions, right, across this country, and we see those images. We see that image every day, and it is saying to us, be like me, be like me, be like me. Whatever I am, whatever I represent, be like me. That's a very serious thing that we need to consider. So when you elect a leader, you're not just saying to a person, come and lead this country. You're saying, I want your spirit. If that spirit is negative, then negativity will overcome this nation. If that spirit is lazy, mediocre, and underachieve, you can expect that spirit will go over this entire nation, and that our country, our nation will be lazy, mediocre. In fact, it will embrace mediocrity, and we will be underachievers. So choosing a leader is extremely important. I, I am very, very concerned about this, because what we are actually saying to our people, you don't care about the images, you don't care about the spirit. It's the party we support. It's my party. My mother vote that. My mother vote B. My father vote B. My auntie vote B. My grandmother before me vote B. I can vote B too. You understand that for generations a negative spirit can affect the minds of our young people? And the burden of that spirit which rests upon this country, if it is negative, if it is lazy, if it is mediocre and underachieved, it will cause our people to have their hands at this side, and it would be like a burden. They can't lift their hands because it's a lazy spirit. They can't move their hands, they can't do anything. Because that spirit says, be like me, I am lazy. It will say to them when they go on the job, do it anyway, do it anyhow, it's no problem. Because that spirit is mediocre and your country would strive for excellence. And the only thing in their mind is, this is enough. I wouldn't go beyond enough. I wouldn't try to excel. The spirit of a leader is like a Ouija board. You bring it into your life and it messes you up. That is how serious it is. The spirit of Sir Grantley and Arabara and Onafa rest upon this country. And it brought out the best in us. The spirit of Sir Grantley rested upon this country. And that spirit said to us, one day coming soon, your circumstances will change. I'll fight for you. And Barbadians embraced that. And one day, they broke the back of the plantocracy. They achieved the right to vote. Everybody came along and he said, no, that you've got the right to vote and some self-determination. Now it is time to go to another level. But you only can do it through education. And Barbados embrace education, producing brilliant educators, brilliant men, brilliant women who went throughout this Caribbean region, into North America, into Europe, and excelled. When Arthur came and he said, listen, know that you've got all of this education, let's put it to work for us. Let's build a great middle class. Let's build up the potential of this country. And our country flourished for 14 years. Because the spirit of our leaders were positive. That spirit was a positive spirit, and it brought out the best in us. Now the question I want to ask us, what will the spirit of our next leader represent? What will be that image that is placed in our classrooms and our institutions across this country? Can we look up at that image and can we say to our children, be like that leader? You see that image? Be like him, be like her. And when that image looks down on us, in our classrooms and our institutions, when that image says to us, be like me, what exactly is it saying? Be like me how? For that spirit that is in over our country feeds into our subconscious. And every time it says be like me, it's reinforcing either negative or positive. It's reinforcing every day those little children. They don't realize that that image is there until somebody asks them, who is that? But they've seen it. They know who it is. But those unsuspecting children don't understand what that image represents. But that spirit knows what it represents. All I'm saying to us as the people, where we are now is not a good place. I think we can agree, the spirit that has rested upon our country is not the best spirit, it's a negative spirit. From here now, there's going to be change coming. What will that image look like? What will that spirit say to us when it says, be like me? When that spirit says, be like me, can we say, yes, we want to be like you? Thank you. This has been Refocusing Barbados.